You want me to come stand over there? Yeah. Come on, babies. Come here. Hi, babies. Oh my goodness.
What's going on, fam? It's your boy Sydney from thenakedgardeners.com. As you can see, we got our sheep here on our property, along with two other sheep of our buddies. Since our buddy, our neighbor, was going out of town, he has a bunch of cows and some other animals on this property. We decided to have them bring our sheep onto our property, so that way it kind of eliminates some of the tasks for her, because it is a lot to dealing with larger animals. We started off with three. We had Diva, and then of course here we have Sugar, and then Faith. Diva, something happened with her. We don't know what was going on. When we bought her from the breeder that she was originally from, the owner that she was originally from, they said that her and Sugar was supposed to have been bred. They should have been already had their baby by now. Diva, something happened with her where she had some strange illness. Her body was locking up and she just wound up passing away. We don't know what happened with her. It was just a mysterious death, illness, whatever it may have.
She was limping.
Yeah. And so now we're down with two. Sugar was supposed to be having her child, her baby, around either this month or next month, but as you can see, she doesn't look nowhere near prego as whatsoever. I was going to try to have these two bred, her baby over here, which is Faith. We called her Faith because she was like wanted to come near us, but wasn't wanting to come near us. Now she's like all up on us and whatnot. But I've read and I watched a few videos where you want to breed them, I guess, when they have their first cycle. And since she's going to be a year old this coming up May, we're just going to probably hold off around that time to breed all of them and to start improving our flock and increasing our flock.
Can you tell everybody what what breeds these are?
So Faith is, like I said, is Sugar's mama. I think she was bred with the Dorper, as you can see.
What is Faith?
Faith? That's Faith. Is a Dorper Katahdin mix. Sugar is a Katahdin, and then these back here is Latte and Mocha. There are Shetland, I believe, a Shetland breed, which is a great three-purpose sheep. One for wool, milk, and for meat. I'm not sure what his plan is. I know he originally wanted to get some sheep to kind of improve his pasture because he has a lot of cows but their field is not all that great. So ruminant animals are supposed to improve your soil quality because their poop isn't supposed to be as hot and helps break down almost as fast. I'm not.
Is it like cold, like rabbit poop?
I believe so. If anybody has any experience with sheep, they can comment down below and let us know about that.
We're students right now.
Yeah, so this is we've had these now since July, middle of July, so July, August, September. So this is our third month having these.
But only our second week on our property.
But all in all, they're very low maintenance. They're just like cows. You don't have to really feed them any type of feed. We do bucket train all of our animals, so that way if they happen to get out, it's easy to wrangle them back in. But
the only two I trust with that is Sugar Mama and Faith.
Yeah, because the Shetlands, as you can see, latte, or that latte mocha.
Mocha doesn't like us to touch her at all.
Yeah.
She's very skittish. And Latte, when you're not around, actually, she does let me love on her.
Well, she was letting me pet her just when
She
I was
did?
mixing the water, the stress-free water there. What I was doing is with their water, is I was adding some of the Redmond. Let me show you what I was adding over here.
And why were you adding it?
Just to kind of give them a little bit minerals in here.
And we just put one of the Redmond rocks inside of...
Yeah, rock salt.
Yeah.
Or block rock. So this is a premium mineral salt that's good for sheep, goats, basically any type of livestock. It has a great source of calcium, phosphorus, natural salt, magnesium, potassium, sulfur, iron, iodine, manganese, and copper. Now, a lot of people will say that sheep cannot have copper. However, it's a very low dosage. As you can see, it's 3 ppm, which is, I forgot what they say it is, but I think
they do need a small amount of copper.
because it does help with their bones. And then we do add a little bit of this Daily Go stress relief, put it into their water, and then they have some other waters around here for them to drink. So they'll naturally would know from their body what waters that they want to get it at. And I did put a little bit in their feed trough. That way, if they want to sample on that, they can around there. The Daily Go stress relief has some bentonite clay in there, which helps them with their gut health as well. So it's a great digestive system for them. So especially with Faith, because she gets on us and we can be petting her, and you can hear all of that fermented cud that's being in her. And you don't
She's the only one that grunts at us too.
You can just hear it bubbling. So. But we're happy about them. This is just our starter flock. We're going to be trying, like I said, we're going to try to breed these to increase our flock because we want to start adding this portion into our freezer as a great meat source and helping us become a little bit more sustainable. We eventually, hopefully next year, will be learning how to process one of these. Well, not these, but their babies. I think our friends, Junior Mel at Catalina Acres, they're going to be doing something either this fall or winter on butchering a sheep, one of their sheep, and they invited us to help them out as well. So it'd be great.
Because that's one of our rules. Like, we kind of broke a rule having them because we like to take classes to know how to do all that stuff before we have that animal on our property. But this was kind of like one of those things that popped up that has been on our radar for like 2 years, right?
Yeah, and it was a good deal. I couldn't pass up. 3 sheep for the price of what basically for one. So even though we did lose one, I feel like I'm still ahead. So I can't be too mad, but eventually we're going to I know a lot of people say don't buy your animals at a coal barn or a sale barn because you're getting the worst of worst, but if it's just for meat, who really cares? So we might eventually go to the sale barn, find a sheep. We're going to seclude it from from our sheep for about 2 weeks or so, and then eventually raise it with them for about a month and then send them off to the processor so we can fill up our freezer with some sheep meat.
Right now, like a question I have for you after having them after 1 week on this property, what is your favorite animal on our property?
It started off with the ducks, then it went to the geese, then it went to the rabbits. Now it's definitely the sheep.
Why?
I don't know. I guess they're friend. They started off being kind of skittish, but now we're with the daily interaction with them and bucket training them. They're almost like dogs.
And we don't have any dogs on our property.
Yeah, we don't have any dogs on our property. I love them because you really don't have to feed them. I mean, as you can see right now, they're just eating grass. That's what their natural habitat feed is, with grass. That's what I love about with ducks and geese. You really don't have to feed them. They're basically a pasture animal. 90 to 95% of their What was that? 90 to 95% of their diet is grass and bugs. So ain't that right?
Now, we also have a double win because these sheep right here really respect electrified poultry netting.
Yeah, they wasn't raised on netting. So at our friend's house, we put them around netting, and they learn very fast. I mean, this is probably as close as they will get to this fence.
They do not like getting close to it at all. And so this is allowing us, now that we have condensed our egg layers down, it's a double win for us to have them in the same space with double fencing with our egg layers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You like that, don't you? Oh, yeah. Oh, you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She wags her tail like a little puppy. They're so cute.
But if y'all have any experience with sheep, comment down below, especially if you're a content creator. We would love to learn from y'all of what we need to learn. And
right now, one of the big hot topics is we understand that a lot of people are very pro worming. We're on the fence about that.
Yeah.
And so that's something that we would rather not do.
Natural one. We're going to be adding some apple cider vinegar in a trough eventually to do a natural dewormer. I think there's some other things like pumpkins and squash that you can do when they eat their seeds that acts as a natural dewormer. Maybe even pine cones and pines. Maybe.
I tried to get them to eat a pine cone.
What about the pine needles? Will they eat them?
Oh, I didn't try the pine needles.
And then I heard like food grade diatomaceous earth supposed to be natural dewormer, but I'm not sure if they'll eat that. But they did. Well, she and Mocha was loving that Daily Gold stress reliever with the bentonite clay in there, so they were just like licking their lips on it. Sugar didn't care too much for it. So yeah, comment down below. We're interested in learning from y'all. What do y'all do as a natural dewormer? Another thing that we don't really have to worry about too much, since we're not feeding them corn or anything of that nature, is basically going to be grass, and pretty much that's it. We have to figure out a way to trim their hooves. Some of their hooves look like they're cracking up, or kind of like we need to do something to it. This is not their natural environment that we're going to keep them at. We have a paddock out in the pasture where I'll put an overlay here where we're showing where the different areas that they're going to be at. We're going to be rotating them anywhere from 4 to 5 days. I think 3 to 4 days is going to be the perfect during the hot summer months, so that way the parasite load won't be as high, and that will allow them to not go into their initial spot for at least 28 days. I think that will be perfect. We try to have them in here. We thought this grass that they're going to be in here will be demolished, because when we had them at our friend's house, they were just on one netting and they was killing that for like 3 to 4 days. But this is a double net of 164 linear feet. We did have a lot of rain, and we've been rotating our animals on here frequently throughout our pasture. So whenever time it rains, I mean, it just boosts up because all that nitrogen that's in our grass. I mean, I literally cut our field last week, and it's just outgrew. I mean, it's crazy how fast our grass grows now when we get a little bit of rain.
And we realized that we have natural ashwanda grass out in the fields that we let them have a test sample yesterday, and they loved it. Mm-hmm. So I kind of want to get them out there to eat that grass down. This is going to help us save gas with our mower.
Yeah, especially when we increase the flock load out here. We told a lot of our family members and friends, and they're excited to come out to the farm now. Well, they've always been excited, but they definitely want to see the sheep and whatnot.
Especially since they're affectionate.
Yeah, so we might be adding this to a start maybe next year, doing an agro-tourism, and trying to set that up, find out what we need to do and everything. But I'm excited. So when we first got these, I couldn't pass up this deal. I told my friend about him, and he said, "Man, what you want to do?" I said, "Man, I want to get him, but I don't got no trailer." Like, man, say less. So he got his trailer. We went down. We picked these girls up, and then he loved them so much. He was like, "You know what? I think I want to get some too." But she didn't have any more sheep. But she told us where to go to get some, so we went to go get some. But it was just a great tour and trip down there. It was a guy's trip. We did a video about that. If you want to see that, we'll put that off to the side and also down in the description down below. Until the next video, let's grow together.